Assalamu alaikum students. How are you all? Hope all of you are fine and safe at your home. I am your biology teacher and the chapter we are going to learn today is chapter number 6 Enzymes of class 9th starting from page number 107. Students, the first topic we are going to discuss is metabolism on page number 107. What is meant by metabolism? The term metabolism is derived from a Greek word metabelin, which means to change. The concept of metabolism was first of all given by Ibn Nafis, who stated that the body and its parts are always undergoing change. Metabolism is defined as the set of biochemical reactions that occur in living organisms in order to maintain life. It is the overall process through which living systems acquire and utilize the free energy they needed to carry out their various functions. Types of metabolism. There are two types of metabolism, anabolism and catabolism. In anabolism, larger molecules are synthesized from smaller ones and energy is utilized in it. While in catabolism, larger molecules are broken down into smaller ones and energy is released in it. Students, here you can see the diagrammatic representation of catabolism and anabolism. In anabolic reaction, smaller molecules combine together to form a larger molecule with the utilization of energy. On the other hand, in catabolic reaction, larger molecule is broken down into smaller molecules with the release of energy. Students, our next topic is about enzymes. Now I am going to tell you about enzymes and the terms related to it. Do you know anything about enzymes? Enzymes are proteins that catalyze, means speed up biochemical reactions and are not changed during the reaction. Enzymes act as catalyst. Now what is a catalyst? A catalyst is a substance that increases the rate of chemical reaction without itself being consumed. Why enzymes act as catalysts? Enzymes act as catalysts because they speed up the rate of chemical reaction and regulate the metabolic pathways. The two terms related to enzymes are substrates and products. The molecules at which enzymes act are called substrates. On the other hand, the molecules produced by enzyme at the end of an enzymatic reaction are called products. The topic we are going to discuss right now is activation energy on page number 107. Activation energy is defined as minimum energy required to start a reaction. The need for activation energy acts as a barrier to the beginning of the reaction. Without this minimum energy, a reaction cannot start. Enzymes lower such barriers by decreasing the requirement of activation energy and help to proceed the reaction at a faster rate. Concept of activation energy can be explained with the help of this diagram. As you can see in the diagram that a ball at point A cannot get over a hill to reach at point B if it doesn't roll up the hill with enough energy. This energy is known as activation energy. Similarly, a reaction cannot occur unless the molecules possess the sufficient energy to get over the activation energy barrier. Students, as I have explained you earlier that enzymes lower the activation energy, but here a question arises how they do so. Enzymes lower the activation energy in several ways. Number 1. Enzymes may alter the shape of a substrate and reduce the requirement of energy for this change. Number 2. Enzyme may disrupt the charge distribution on substrate. Number 3. Enzyme may lower activation energy by bringing substrates in correct orientation to react. Students, how do enzymes lower the activation energy can be explained with the help of graph given on page number 108. It can be clearly seen in the graph that amount of activation energy required for a reaction to start without the use of catalyst means enzyme is much higher than the activation energy needed for a reaction in which catalyst means enzyme is used. Students, the topic which we are going to discuss right now is classification of enzymes given on page number 108. Enzymes can be classified on the basis of the site where they work. On this basis, enzymes can be classified into two categories. Number 1, intracellular enzymes. Enzymes that are synthesized and retained in the cell for the use of cell itself are called intracellular enzymes. For example, enzymes of glycolysis working in the cytoplasm. Number 2, extracellular enzymes. Enzymes that are synthesized in the cell but secreted from the cell to work externally are called extracellular enzymes. For example, pepsin enzyme working in the stomach cavity. Our next topic is characteristics of enzymes on page number 108. In 1878, German physiologist Wilhelm first used the term enzyme. Enzymes have following characteristics. Nature. All enzymes are protein in nature and are made up of amino acids. Act as catalyst. Enzymes act as catalysts because they increase the rate of chemical reaction without being consumed by lowering the activation energy. Specificity. Enzymes are normally very specific for the type of reaction and for the nature of substrate. Active site. What do you mean by active site? It is the part of an enzyme where substrate binds and undergo chemical reaction. Only a small portion of enzyme molecule act as an active site. Inhibitors and activators. Enzymes production can be increased by using activators and can be decreased by using inhibitors. Cofactors. What are cofactors? Cofactors are non-protein chemical compounds or metallic ions that are required for some enzyme's activity as a catalyst. They can be either inorganic, for example metal ions, or organic, for example flavin and heme. Organic cofactors can be classified into two types, prosthetic groups and coenzymes. If organic cofactors are tightly bound to enzyme, they are called prosthetic groups, and on the other hand, if organic cofactors are loosely attached with enzyme, they are called coenzymes. Metabolic pathways. Several enzymes can work together in a specific order, creating metabolic pathways. In metabolic pathway, one enzyme takes the product of another enzyme as a substrate. After the reaction is completed, the product is passed on to the next enzyme. Students, the topic which we are going to discuss right now is uses of enzymes on page number 109. Enzymes are used in various industries for fast chemical reaction. Number 1. Food industry. Enzymes that break starch into simple sugars are used in production of white bread, buns and so on. Number 2. Brewing industry. Enzymes break starch and proteins. The products are used by yeast for fermentation in order to produce alcohol. Number 3. Paper industry. Enzymes break starch to lower its viscosity that helps in making paper. Here the term viscosity means the resistance of fluid to flow. Number 4. Biological detergents. Protease enzymes are used for removal of protein stains from clothes, whereas amylase enzymes are used in dishwashing to remove starch residues. Students, we have covered all the topics given on page number 107, 108 and 109. Now we are going to do the exercise question related to these topics on page number 116. Understanding the concepts. Question number 1. How would you define enzymes? Its answer is on page number 107 and you have to give definition of enzyme. Describe their characteristics. Now in this you have to describe the characteristics of enzymes given on page number 108 and 109. Question number 2. What do you mean by activation energy and why is it referred in the definition of enzymes? Its answer is on page number 107. Firstly, you will define activation energy, and then you will describe that enzymes are biocatalysts because they speed up the chemical reactions by lowering the activation energy. Short questions. Question number 1. Define cofactor and coenzyme. Its answer is on page number 109 and you have to give the definition of cofactor and coenzyme. Question number 2. What is the main use of enzymes in paper industry? Its answer is on page number 109 and in this you have to describe the use of enzyme in paper making. Thank you.